Hey guys, I wanted to make a video for you so you can get a head start on your math homework. We are going to go over what's on the homework when we meet at 10 o'clock, but I know some of you like to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start right away. So I'm going to go over how to find the first 5 multiples of a number, and then also finding common multiples, so multiples that two numbers will share. So first I'm going to show you how to find the first 5 multiples of a number. So I have the numbers 5, 6, and 7. I don't think these are on your homework, hopefully not. But all right, let's start with 5. So finding the first 5 multiples. We know that multiples are numbers that this number can go into. So we want to think of the first 5 numbers that 5 can go into. That would be 10, 15, 20, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, and 30. Okay? 5 is pretty easy because you can just count by 5s 5 times and you'll have your first 5 multiples. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Those are all multiples of 5. Okay, next I'm going to do 6. 6 is a little harder to count by 6s, so you're going to have to think about your multiplication facts instead, maybe. So the first multiple of 6, the first number that 6 can go into evenly is 12. So there's our first multiple. And then you need to think about what is the next number that 6 can go into evenly. That would be 18. Next, what's another number that 6 can go into evenly? After 18 would be 24. Then it would be 30. 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's our 5. Okay, so this is 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and 6 times 6. So there's our first 5 multiples of 6, and then we're going to find the first 5 multiples of 7. Okay, first one's pretty easy. We know 7 goes into 14. The next one would be 21. Then we have 28. And then after 28, our next multiple would be 35 and 42. Okay, so 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. This is 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4, 7 times 5, 7 times 6. That's how I found those, okay? You will get bigger numbers. I will ask you to find multiples of bigger numbers. And how you are going to have to do that is you're just going to have to multiply, which you might not like to do, but you could use the practice, right? All right, so if I ask you to find the first 5 multiples of if I told you to find the first 5 multiples of 23, that's our number, okay, you are going to have to multiply 23 by 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to find the first 5 multiples of 23. You might be able to do 23 times 2 in your head. Hopefully, if you think about 20 times 2 is 40, and 3 times 2 is 6, so you would say, okay, 23 times 2 is 46. So the first one would be 46. Now, after this, you can either keep adding 23, so you could say 46 plus 23, and that would give you your next multiple. I would rather you multiply, though, so you can get practice. So to figure out my next multiple, I would say, okay, what's 23 times 3? This is another one you could probably do in your head if you stop to think about it a little bit, but we'll just work them out. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so the next multiple is 69. All right. 23 times 4 will give me my third multiple. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So my next multiple is 92. (23) times 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So my next multiple of 23 is 115. We're almost done. We have one more to do. 23 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So our last multiple that we're going to do is 138. So all of these numbers are multiples of 23. Okay, so if you get a big number, or even a number that you don't feel like you could think about easily what the multiples would be, then just multiply. It doesn't take you long, and you can use the practice. Okay, so there's that. We are going to talk about it more when we meet, but that is kind of just to get you started, and hopefully you find that it's pretty easy, because you're just multiplying basically 2 through 6, whatever number, times 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So it should be pretty easy. The next part might be a little less easy. I'm actually going to put that in a different video. Okay,